Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Bright, where I share all of the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm Lauren and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds total. I am about a third of the way there, not even about. I'm a little over a third of the way there at this point. So there's that. That's very exciting. And September was a crappy month for me.
I spent a lot of time while recording just staring off into space, but not the whole weight loss update. This month's weight loss update is definitely feeling heavy, so there is a jump around menu down below if you'd like to jump around.
September was a crappy month for me. Not necessarily result-wise. I feel like I did pretty well in September, but as far as if you've been following my journey for a while, you know there are some things that are very important to me, and a lot of those center around physical activity. And in September, I did not do the workouts that I wanted to do. I did not do the yoga that I wanted to do. I did not do the steps that I wanted to do. And it's not like I'm not saying, and let me repeat for those of you in the back, I am not saying that I did not do those things. What I am saying is that I had goals for myself and I was not motivated to achieve those goals. So I wanted like 15,000 steps a day, but in my mind, I was secretly like, I'm gonna get 20,000 steps a day. I got 10,000 steps a day. That's about what I averaged, was 10,000 steps a day. And that means there are days where I got a lot more, and there's days where I got a lot less. And I'm just like, I've been thinking about this as I've been walking the pups. I know I talk a lot about consistency and that I have it, and there are things that I am consistent with. I don't understand why I feel so pressed to make big goals. Like why is 15,000 steps not enough? Like what is my push? And I get in this headspace where I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna get like 20,000 steps, right? That's what I'm gonna do this month. And so I'm gonna push really, really hard. I'm gonna get there. And then I get behind and I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And then that is so demotivating for me. It is so demotivating once I start stumbling, and then I just keep stumbling. I'm gonna interrupt myself and we will continue this little session, we'll call it, after I share a little bit about today's sponsor. I just ran upstairs so that I can get some work done on the big computer and like hook my laptop up to it. And I wanted to take just a minute to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. I have been struggling a little bit lately, and for that I have decided to get some counseling. And it isn't something that I just all of a sudden needed. I have always been a big fan of therapy and have used therapy at different periods of my life. It has always been so helpful, and I have always been able to get different tools in order to cope with whatever it is that I'm going through. And right now it's the transitioning after the move, and sharing my life so openly online comes with its own unique challenges. So I want to talk to you a little bit about BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs, your individual needs, and pair you with a licensed professional therapist. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It is not self-help. It is professional therapy done securely online. BetterHelp's network has over 20,000 professionals in a very broad range of expertise. So there's a therapist for everyone. And sometimes therapy can be like dating. You have to try a few therapists out before you find one. Something that I like about the idea of online therapy is that it's just a few clicks of a button and there's no face-to-face. If you decide this therapist isn't for you, it's just a few clicks of a button. It's not like a thing where now you have to find a whole nother person and you have to go in person to find your therapist. And it's a much simpler process, I think. Once you sign up, you can log into the services at any time and message your therapist, and they will message you back. And then you also have a weekly call or video conference. And BetterHelp is available worldwide. One of the most awkward things in the past when I've gone to therapy has been the interactions in the office. Like, I feel like being in the comfort and safety of my own space is going to be so helpful and could be helpful for many. BetterHelp is also more affordable than traditional therapy. Not only that, there is different types of financial aid available in order to use BetterHelp, which is phenomenal. When you go to sign up, it's super easy. You'll pull it up. You can pull it up on your phone or on the computer. You'll put in your personal information, a little bit of your background. And once you have entered all of your information, you will be paired with a therapist within 48 hours. BetterHelp and I want you to start living a little healthier, a little brighter today. So they are offering 10% off to all subscribers to my channel, April Lauren. And I am very excited to share that with you. Click the link in the description below, betterhelp.com/April Lauren, or betterhelp, HELP.com/April Lauren to save 10% on your first month. The link is also down below in the description. With September, it's not that I was stumbling so hard that I couldn't catch back. So I was like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Your birthday's gonna come and your birthday's gonna be a great day, and then the week after your birthday it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna get so many steps. You're gonna get like 40,000 steps. I mean, I never said I was going to get 40,000 steps to myself, but I was like, you're gonna come back. You're gonna like end September so strong. It's gonna be great. And I just did not feel it. And you're not always gonna feel it. I'm not always gonna feel it, and I've got to accept that. And so I think this month, instead of like doubling down and doing what I normally do, where I'm like, I'm gonna set 5,000 more goals and I'm gonna like go even harder at these goals and overwhelming myself, I'm just not gonna set goals. Except for I want to lose at least 8 pounds. Like, that's my October goals. My October goals in all is, well, there's more, but my main focus is I just want to lose 8 pounds. I'm not going to set a 1 mile per time goal. I am so proud. I am so proud of my 3 miles per time and the fact that I did 1 mile in 17 minutes flat during that 3 miles per time. I was very disappointed with my 1 mile per time, but instead of like getting more aggressive, which is what I wanted in some part, and it's not even that I want to because that's the typical, that's how I typically feel. Like, I typically feel motivated to double down and be like, if I come up short, like work harder. And it's not that I don't want to work harder, it's that I don't feel that same drive that I typically do. And maybe this is a wall. Maybe I'm hitting a wall, like a motivation wall, a determination wall. I don't know. But as I set forth in January, this is the year where I am going to be relentless, and I am going to work on being relentless and relentlessly pursuing my goals by scaling back and just setting some ground baselines. Instead of being, I'm gonna walk 5 miles a day, I'm just going to walk every day. I'm just going to work out most days of the week. I'm just gonna go to yoga as much as I can. And I'm gonna be a little gentler in that regard, and we'll see. Because it's like something always, and I've been experiencing this the first week of October. It's like I can never juggle all of the balls that I want to, one of them or more fall, and then I'm just juggling like the one ball. It's like I can focus on nutrition, and then, and I'm sure I'm not the only person, but it's like I focus on nutrition so much that working out and walking are like not back burner necessarily. It's like walking's like side burner, also getting focus. Working out fades back, or working out's in front, walking is in front, and nutrition's not a focus. It's like I can't make myself do all of it perfectly, and I'm never going to do all of it perfectly, and that's unrealistic, but it's still managing those expectations in a way that helps me go forward more. I don't know, I just don't feel like myself lately, That's really what it all comes down to. I don't feel like me. I don't feel my normal, like, happy. And maybe it is weather related, but I think it's the opposite. People are saying like vitamin D, it's getting dark earlier, and maybe that's part of it. But I also feel like the fact that I go outside and it's like mid-October now and it's so hot. It's still so hot and always so humid, and I'm just like drenched in sweat. Like the high tomorrow is like 85. I'm like, okay, I just want the high to be like 68, okay? I know, I sound a little extra needy, and I am. So now that we're 10 minutes in, I shared my weigh-in last week. However, I did not break everything down, so we are going to do that now. So last Wednesday, I weighed in at 285.6, and that is a loss of 5.8 pounds for the month. So it's a pretty standard month for me, or even a good month for me, and I want to lose 8 pounds in October, and I want to lose 30 pounds before 2022. And I know one of those things is not like the other, but that's okay. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds by the end of the year. That's my goal. I want to lose 8 pounds this month. That's what I am focusing on. My weigh-in will be in 2 days from now, and for the typical weigh-in Wednesday would go live though when you're gonna see this. So I still have 2 days, and right now I am having my Shark Week. I am not getting on the scale right now. In 2 days, my Shark Week will be gone and I will totally get on the scale. Right now, I hate everything. Right now, I hate a lot of things, I should say. Not everything, but I'm even more, it's like the worst time for me to be doing this video. But I just need to get it done. I need to get September completely behind me so that I can focus on doing things brighter and better right now, instead of dwelling on September and how it didn't go like I wanted it to go. So I don't really have a lot more to say other than wish me well. Thank you for those of you who are always so encouraging and so kind and so motivating. And thank you for those of you who reach out to uplift me by sharing your stories. I know so many of us are experiencing similar emotions, and this is a long time, I feel like, to be on a weight loss journey where it's just like slow and steady is, I mean, it's slow and steady, but before, when I lost weight and I lost all that weight the first time, I did it so fast. It was like exhilarating, and there was so much anxiety and things. By the time I got this far in, like my day-to-day battle was with gaining it back and like trying to not gain weight back. Whereas I'm still trying to lose at this point, and it feels like a lot. Like it feels, I am most of the time extraordinarily happy with my progress. It is still overwhelming with how far I still need to go, to say the least. But this month, I'm going to work out like crazy. And I'm gonna do kettle hill this month. I've decided, and I'm not setting a goal. I have not done kettle hill since I moved, so who knows? Who knows what kind of kettle hill scores I will get? Who knows? But it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the side-by-sides and I'll see you right after.
This month I decided to use the end of month 1 footage. So on the right, you're looking at the end of July, right after my first month on my journey. And on the left, you're looking at this month's results and where I'm at right now. So I think some interesting things are, you can really see how my left leg has changed as I've been recovering, and how my legs, I feel like they've evened out a lot more. My stomach used to hang so low, and while I still have quite a stomach, like that's my biggest area that stores the most fat in my chest, it's all shifted up. Part of that too is that I have very poor core strength. I'm very flexible, and so a lot of things I don't need as much core strength for. So like my hamstrings and my core are very weak areas that I have to intentionally make work, and I'm telling you, it's a struggle to get. It's embarrassing, and I'm working on my core. I'm definitely working on my core. And I love that I can stand with my feet together with no effort. Like, I had to really push my legs as close as I could to get them together because there was just so much flesh in between. It's pretty remarkable. And you can kind of tell here in this video how much I still, like the month in, I'm still shifting a lot side to side. Like, it was easier for me to stand, and I was really, really proud of that in this video. I was proud that I could get my feet to touch, but still so much progress to be made at that point. And even now, I can't wait to see what it's like when I'm 100 pounds down, 150, 200 pounds. When I reach my goal, it's going to be amazing.
Okay, so there's the side-by-sides, and I hope that you have enjoyed my melancholy September update, my vampire-ish look, and all of the things, and my office space. I haven't really filmed too much up here. When I have, it's been up against just a gray wall, so this is different. But if you're interested, on my home channel, I did post me redoing this space. Before I close the video out, I do want to invite you to
participate in the Balanced and Bright Collaborative. Simply put, this is a collaborative effort to build better habits now, to start working on and or fortifying our good habits so that we sell through the holiday season and start 2022 already working on our goals. This is not about giving answers. It's more about us individually finding our own answers, our own rhythm. It's not a challenge. However, you could approach it like that if you wanted to. On the weekdays, we are going to be podcasting. The first and the last one, so the ones on the 15th may be a little longer, but the other ones will be about 10 minutes long. And it's not a challenge. You can approach it like a challenge. We're going to read a book together, Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection. We're going to talk about different things that we experience as we go through setting our goals and evaluating our lifestyles, and you're invited.
The holidays are on fast approach. So many people are already shutting down on their fitness goals. So many people shut down on their fitness goals last February, and that's okay. If you did, or if you've stayed longer, if you've stopped, or if you're still going, whatever it is, that's okay. So, and it's awesome. It's amazing if you're still going. And if you slipped, that's okay. Like, you can start now. We are going to read this book, The Gift of Imperfection by Brené Brown. And we are going to do little projects, if you will. We're gonna start building and reflecting on the habits and the things that we do that serve us. This is not going to be me giving you habits or a roadmap or anything like that. This is just going to be a let's all at the same time analyze our schedule and see how we could do things more efficiently and better. Or if you've been struggling to work out, how can we fit that in? And how can we build those habits so that when the end of November and December roll around, we have good habits and we are on the road to achieving our fitness goals, as opposed to completely forgetting about our fitness goals, eating too much the holidays, and then miserably starting over the first. Let's just start now. And if you're already going, let's just continue together. And we're gonna read a book and just encourage each other along the way. So Monday through Friday, I will be podcasting with Yenna, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Fridays will be a little longer, so be prepared for that. But then going forward, starting next Monday, it'll just be like 10-15 minutes in the morning. And we will probably have a few guests along the way, and it'll be a fun time. So just hang out for that. And The podcast is available on all podcast formats. I also will be putting things up on my website, so wakeupright.com, to go along with this, and there will likely be like videos and stuff that I do too. I'm not positive about that. So it's just something simple. It's just trying to fortify our good and positive habits, or build them, so that we face 2022 strong and we beat the holidays. And yeah, I hope that you do it with us. So I love you so much. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and let me know what's something that you want to achieve before the end of the year. I recently asked this. So many people had amazing responses. If you shared before, you don't have to share again. If you want to, I would love that too. And I love you so much. I will see you next time.